Nari Libby Nugi Kwandamuka Yuranara. Hi, my name is Libby and I'm Nugi from the Kwandamuka. I've been asked to read you a story. And one of the stories that was on the big long list of stories to read you was a story that I grew up with from this book, Stradbroke Dreamtime. Stradbroke Island is one of the islands on my ancestral country in the Kwandamuka. We call it Minjarrabah. That's its real name. And this book was written by one of my ancestors, Ojuru Nunako, who here is called Kath Walker. This book has full of stories. Some stories about Ojuru's life growing up on Stradbroke Island, and other stories that are creation stories which were handed down to her through her family. And one of my favourite stories is called Dawalpin and Kawinka. Just going to find it for you. Dawalpin and Kawinka is a story about a man and a woman that were very much in love. Tawalpin is our word for the cotton tree, which grows all along the coastal shorelines. The cotton tree is a big, spindly tree with bright yellow flowers. Some people also call it the native hibiscus. And Goenka is our name for red mangrove. The mangroves that hold tight to the shoreline so that the ocean doesn't wash it away. Tawalpin and Kawinka, the cotton tree and the red mangrove, provide a space for our animals to live and breed. The mangroves is a great space for our fish to breed, and often in the mangroves you'll see many tiny little fish and prawns that are little babies keeping safe in the mangrove's roots. So I'm going to read to you this story about Tawalpin and Goenka. Tawalpin was a beautiful woman of the tribe. She was tall and strong and loved to wear, twisted in her hair, the yellow flowers that grew everywhere. She wore them even when she was asleep. Kawinka was a young hunter who loved Tawalpin. He guarded Tawalpin while she slept, smiling at the bright yellow flowers in her hair. Tawalpin and Kawinka spent many happy times together in Kawinka's canoe. Kawinka would paddle the big canoe to a place where there were many fish, and the tribe always had plenty of fish to eat when Tawalpin and Kawinka were hunting. Now, Tawalpin could not swim, but she was never afraid when she went fishing in the canoe with Goenka. For Goenka was the greatest swimmer of the tribe. One day, when they were out in the canoe, a big storm blew up. Goenka got out his paddle and turned the canoe towards the shore. But in spite of his strong, fast strokes, the wind kept blowing the canoe further and further out to sea. Their tribe, standing on the beach, cried for Tawalpin and Kawinka to come back, but the wind was strong and Kawinka was growing weak. Tawalpin took up another paddle and together they fought the storm. Sometimes they would come close to shore, but then the wind would hurl the canoe into the waves and blow them out to sea again. The tribal elders told the young men to take out their canoes and rescue Tawalpin, for they knew that she could not swim. When the young men came close to Goenka's canoe, they called for Tawalpin to jump so that they could rescue her, but she would not leave Goenka. And so the young men returned to the shore. Soon, Tawalpin and Goenka were too exhausted to fight the storm any longer. Goenka jumped into the sea and tried to pull the canoe to shore. But a huge wave overturned the canoe and they were both drowned. Bayami, the good spirit, he was watching over them, took pity on Tawalpa and Goenka and placed their shades close together. In the morning, when the storm had gone far out to sea, the tribe found Tawalpin washed up on the sand and Goenka in the water floating nearby. Now Tawalpin grows in the sand. That's that beautiful yellow-flowered native hibiscus, Tawalpin. The beautiful cotton tree with her bright yellow flowers still in her hair. And Goenka, the red mangrove, stands with his feet in the water, guarding Tawalpin forever. These two always grow side by side, one on the bank and the other in the water. Their love is so strong that they can never leave one another. So next time you're walking along the saltwater shores on the bay side, have a look and see if you can see Tawalpin and Goenka standing side by side. Your way!